Hello, this is Geotech and today I'll be talking about alternatives to YouTube. Let's say you're not a fan of YouTube or Google for whatever reason, whether it's their policy on free speech, or you just don't like Google as a company as a whole, or their data mining, or the fact that they data mine you. And here I'll be breaking down the different platforms that I'm on and talk about their pros and cons. So first off, we have Vimeo. And Vimeo, what attracted me to it was that there are no ads, and for many people on YouTube, ads are pretty annoying, and I wanted to give people an alternative where they can, watch ad-free and yet still have the videos be in a good quality. This was primarily going to be videos I put on Patreon, because I thought if you're donating to me on Patreon, you should be able to watch ad-free. So I started Vimeo, or created a Vimeo account and started uploading my videos. But of course, hosting and storage costs money, and with YouTube you pay for it by allowing them to data mine you, whereas Vimeo doesn't. And so you pay a membership, and the membership is actually pretty fair. I think it's like $70 to $90 for basic plans, but it was pretty generous in terms of the amount of storage I got. And my plan was to continue with this, but a couple things have led me to actually eventually close my Vimeo account. And part of it is that not many people watch here, and there's just not any interaction at all. I don't think anyone has ever commented on a video or even liked the video, so there's not many people watching here. And the other reason was that I would rather take the money I pay Vimeo and put it towards a better cause anyways. And so, it's just one less account to worry about as well. I'm probably going to leave this account up for maybe until 2020, just so it's there, symbolically. But eventually I'll probably close it out. Next up, we have BitShoot, a video platform that came up when YouTube and Twitter, a lot of social media giants were shadow banning people. So definitely hosts content, more content that is political. It has attracted a lot of I shall call them free speech activists, or people that were getting banned were being labeled like Nazis, white nationalists, etc. And maybe that was true or wasn't true, but that's somewhat the kind of people that it was attracting. And so for my channel, I was still open to it though, because hey, it's an alternative to YouTube, and they do a few good things here. And one of them is there's no ads, so that's good. And they also use BitTorrent technology to power the streaming of the videos. And it's not quite clear whether they're a company or not, but at least as far as I can tell, they operate more of a community based organization. So I guess it's unofficially operates as a non-profit, but I don't think it has any official status. So the bad things are mostly just the type of community that's around here. It's not necessarily a good or bad thing, but people on the right, the quote-unquote alt-right, I know a lot of people get mislabeled as that, but the preferable name is free speech activists or enthusiasts. So some people may be put off by that community. I personally am not. I love debating. I do have another political channel on YouTube and also on BitShoot, and I guess I would say if your content leans more political, then BitShoot is a great place. Go out and debate and discuss. Even for my channel though, that it leans more on gaming, it actually generates pretty good amount of views. As you can see here, it does decent, I think, for the smaller platform that it is. I got 46 subs, so I don't plan on closing this in the foreseeable future. I guess the only other thing I'll say is that it only supports videos up to 720p, which I understand, it'll help with, with storage costs. For a lot of people, it's good enough. And so next up we have PeerTube. And so PeerTube is a non-profit video hosting. It's also community based, and similar to BitShoot, it also uses BitTorrent technology to host its videos, which is good. The one thing that does separate it from BitShoot though is that it is decentralized, meaning there's multiple people that host their own PeerTube instances. So I'm on this one, PeerTube.social. And what that means is, let's say this instance goes down, or it calls it quits. It doesn't mean PeerTube itself is down. because there's other people, other websites running PeerTube instances, and they all communicate with each other. So like this is my subscriptions feed here. So like this person is on a completely different instance. So this one is shared.tube, but I can still watch and interact his videos with his videos. So that's good. I think this platform only has like 8,000 total users. So obviously my videos aren't gonna do that well, but it's it gets a pretty good amount of views, and obviously there's no ads. Comparing this to BitShoot, this does let you upload videos up to 1080p, and I think maybe even to 4K if the instances allow it, and I don't think many will allow it just because of the vast amount of storage it'll take up. The other big benefit is that PeerTube is open source, so anyone can contribute to its code and fork it if they see an issue with the PeerTube software. And overall, this is the most open source platform available, and this is actually my personal favorite. And so again, going back to Vimeo, part of my logic was, well, I'd rather give my Vimeo money to a PeerTube instance to help keep it keep the server alive and running, and help with all those costs. So that's a big reason why I'm eventually leaving Vimeo. And the last video here was DTube. DTube was actually one of the first platforms I chose as an alternative to YouTube, and I was actually a big fan of it at the time, just because I thought it was doing a lot of good things. It was also using BitTorrent type technology, especially at the time there was this crypto craze going on. And although I've always had mixed feelings about cryptocurrencies, I thought it would be a good thing, like people can watch a video if they like it, they give you a like, it gives you some cryptocurrency. I thought that was a good idea. There's a lot of issues with DTube. It was actually the worst to work with, though. It was almost impossible to upload videos for like a good few months, and believe me, I actually really tried to work with it. As you can see, it's only been 23 days since I last uploaded here. This was the biggest pain point to upload videos. Like on YouTube, it was quick. Vimeo, it was pretty straightforward, and every time I would upload videos, sometimes it would not work. It would give an error right after it uploaded too, so it was kind of frustrating. The other thing too is that the only way to really get it to work was to try it on a different browser or clearing the cookies and cache, and so it was just a big pain point, but I kept going at it. The other downside of this is that I don't know if it's like a 7-day window or a 30-day window, but some videos eventually just don't work anymore. Like this one, it's not even loading. But yeah, so many videos wouldn't even play anymore after a certain amount of time. So it was kind of, wait, how does that work? Like all these videos are just teases, because let's say after a month they stop working, then it's kind of not really a good experience for anyone. So yeah, it was the most frustrating. I really wanted to love it. I know it sounds like a lot, 226 subscribers, but I felt like a lot of them are bots anyways. Part that frustrated me was the community. The community was kind of a mix of tech enthusiasts, but also cryptocurrency enthusiasts, and also a lot of like business type people. Did not seem that interesting. I feel like a lot of people on here were looking to make a quick buck, or it just never really attracted me to the community here. Some pluses is that the videos did let you watch the source video, or it let you pick if you wanted to watch in like 480p. Like here, you can watch the source, and I'd actually prefer that they take out the source and just kind of let you choose between like 720p, 480p. I think that would have been a less burden on its servers. So as you can see, there's quite a few different platforms here. I think the best one for my channel, for what I do, where I talk about Linux, gaming, and some tech and free and open source software, I think PeerTube is the best fit for me as my #1 alternative to YouTube. BitShoot is okay. Maybe it's more for political channels, but it does well enough that I'll keep it. Some honorable mentions are Dailymotion. I never really got into it, but I know it has a lot of users, but it's pretty much like YouTube. It has ads. It's the exact same thing, other than the fact that it's YouTube. But I thought I should mention as an alternative video sharing network. And then Another one too is Minds. Minds is a social network, but it also lets you upload videos, and the way it organizes the videos makes it really friendly for video content creators. So it's also another option for you guys. So if you liked this video and found it helpful, please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.